Find functional hilarity at the Biffa Emporium. Okay, so we open up with Quad screaming like a liar and Mariah telling a very definitive story. I walked into the house, you had on his t-shirt, there was a stack of his business cards, just details that lies don't usually have. And Quad, you're lying, you're lying. Quad, you're grasping at straws. I'm sorry, Mariah gives me many a tease. Maybe a little weed every now and then, but she ain't giving me coke tease. No. I ain't getting pills tease, doll tease, nothing from her. I can see her doing a little weed every now and then because most people do. Other than that, no, like that wouldn't surprise me. Coke, she ain't giving me a coke tea. You know what? She too uptight to do drugs. She too uptight. She's too controlling. Whoo! Mariah said you better go find you a chiropractor. Oh my God, now that is Married to Medicine shade. Oh my God, no disrespect to the chiropractors out there because I need to get this neck aligned for real. But, shit. Okay, so Toya asked for a cocktail and Andy's like, no, y'all just take a break. We ain't gonna solve shit. Ain't like I paid for this heifer to live, and she gonna say this shit about us? Lord, Aiden is giving us Bollywood drama. I'm sorry. I believe Aiden. I don't believe Quad. I do not. Okay, so after everybody has a little inconsequential caucus in their dressing room, we get back to stage. Well, call Heffley Whitney, cause she wanna see the receipts. Oh, Andy making Mariah take ownership. Didn't you already do the damage? So Mariah fesses up and said, look, I just said your husband was cheating because you want to keep saying your mama. And you done told her to stop saying your mama, so you gonna get her where she live. I can get it. Heffley says, I have no respect for Mariah. Well, Heffley, I have no respect for you and your units. And your sorry units. All right, we're talking about the wine glass. And Mariah, you were just being dramatic. You wasn't gonna do shit. The only thing you would bust is a cheap glass that you know you didn't have to pay for. And so they say their little public feud is squashed. Looks like it's gonna get boring. So they replaying some confessionals and we get to when Simone said, oh yeah, Big Ugly had a moniker. Jackie said, we gonna beat you up later. She meant that. She gonna get Simone with a rubber hose. Child, I would have fallen asleep in the back of the car if Heavenly was whining about her life to me too. Don't nobody give a fuck about her evil ass. She started shit between her and her husband. Now, granted, her and Jackie may have been scissor sisters, but it was not your place to act an ass in Barbados, Heffley. I would have fallen the fuck asleep. Nobody cares. I fall asleep during Heffley's confessionals. Oh, Quad, I don't care about your Benoit balls. Oh, Lord, she's giving us the bedroom candy rundown. Rabbits, bullets, butterflies. Girl, we all got that. I got a butterfly and I ain't even got a pussy. All right, they gonna be back after that sex talk. Let's hope they come with something interesting. Oh, we got the husbands chitting and chatting. Oh, God, we got Stuart Little piping up saying, Quad's going to defend her position and say I'm some cheater, and that's not right. But you are, Blanche. You are. You ain't shit. You got taken. Now, I ain't saying Quad shit. She strung you along, hooked you by your nose, and took you for a ride. You need to take your L and shut the fuck up. I wouldn't have showed up to this shit. Just because you did shit out of anger because you didn't get what you want, that's no defense for shitty actions. I wanted a family and I never got it. Well, you married the wrong woman, you idiot. After a year or two, you should have said, you know what, this ain't working, toodles toots. That's what you do at 50. But you're a moron with a degree. Child, Southside. Stuart Little ain't got no Southside in him. That's why he in Atlanta. They kicked his ass right out of Southside. Girl, boom. Southside, please. He ain't even giving Gold Coast tea. All right, we talking about Quad's divorce. Okay, so we talked about Simone's attitude when she was questioning Quad, and Simone fesses up and says, you know what, maybe I didn't give the best attitude when I was coming at you. Maybe I was a little bit, yeah, catch us up, heifer, since you ain't sharing shit. And she admits they had grown apart. However, Andy asked a poignant question. Why did they gather around Simone's marriage, but not around yours? Because they knew your marriage was bullshit, and Cecil wasn't cheating with that lesbian. And Jackie agreed with me. She said, look, Stuart Little wasn't shit. So why would I tell her to go back to somebody who wasn't shit? Now, me and Big Ugly, our shit was different. I wasn't paying attention to him. But Quad never loved that man. I knew it and he knew it. So now we get to the real tea behind Simone saying, Quad thinks she's better than everybody in here. Because Quad been going around saying she the star of the show, which she low-key is, but that's only because your marriage to Stuart Little was falling apart, and we all knew it was coming when you wouldn't have that baby. So Andy asked Toya when we get back from commercial break, do you think that Quad's husband straying has anything to do with her not giving him that baby? And Toya said, well, yeah. Nah, I think he would have strayed anyway because he ain't shit. So Andy gets in Toya's ass about, oh, you wasn't going to invite Quad to no more trips. And Toya piped up and said, what does a single woman have to add to a couple's trip? Well, shouldn't that be up to Quad whether she wants to go or not? And Toya says, well, Quad, why would you even want to come? And Quad started telling on herself. She said, well, this ain't my first or my last marriage, honey, so I can learn something. I can figure out how to get something better than a psychiatrist or a chiropractor in my next marriage into Ray Ray. And Toya like, why you want to be around my man? You ain't going to learn from my man or her man or her man or her man, but you're going to steal somebody, man, and it ain't going to be mine. Please, I barely got my house built and you already trying to move in. Ha! Toya's scared. And then Heffley gone pipe up. Well, don't you think Quad could learn something from being around the group? And Toya said, Heffley, I know Daddy ain't got no kind of female friend. And Heffley went, ooh, she shut Heavenly up. She shut Heavenly all the way up. I ain't never seen Heavenly shut up like that. Shut up. I'll call you tomorrow, girl. That's what she gave. So Toya basically ends the shit with, well, if Quad isn't divorced, then she can come on trips. And we move on. Everybody starts saying who Quad's next husband should be. And Contessa says, oh, it should be an older man. She was already married to an older man. And she was like, oh no, older. I mean, how much older does it need to be than Stuart Little? All right, now we got the husbands. Andy Cohen did not open the husband segment asking Stuart Little about his Matchbox car. Greg, the only thing difficult about you watching the couples was you weren't on them free-ass trips. You had to pay to take your mistresses away, and you don't really have the coin. Okay, so we start the episode off with Divorcee Hartwell and Heifer Leaks heading to Los Angeles. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, Kim and Candy are in the studio and we get, I fly above, I fly above, it's beneath me, it's beneath me, it's beneath me. 'Cause I'm comfortable in the skin I'm in. Oh, she said every tourist I know, we get along like this. Guess there's a first time for everything. Candy hears Don't Be Tardy for the Party, and a blip on the charts is about to be born. And low-key, this song is what helped put the show on the map. Ha! Candy said, I'm not sure how serious Kim is about her music career, but ooh, I love a challenge. And I would definitely say, if Kim is anything, she's challenged. Oh, and now we have the alter ego photo shoot. So now we got Kim and Nene meeting for a pedicure. And I hope Nene tips that lady for working on those hooves. So Nene tells Kim about the alter ego and she said, I'm gonna make you black. And then all of a sudden Kim like, wait, what? I was drunk when I said I was a black woman in a white woman's body. Oh Lord, now we got Shit Ray and this dependent party. Oh, wait, no, this isn't the Dependence Party. This is her trying to get her non-existent clothing line into a real fashion show. Everybody at that table was looking at Sheree like, ooh, she is really deluded. Nene got some wine. She said, this is some bullshit wine. I'd like a Miss Thang, which is a margarita with a splash of orange juice. I might have to try a Miss Thang. So Lisa wants to confront Kim about her rumors of drug use. Okay, Lisa with her parents, that's great. Now we got Sheree picking models, but we still ain't seen her clothes. Okay, and she's like, I feel like Frank dropped the ball. Well, if you was paying something, you would have had some actual models show up. He reached out to one agency. He reached out to Craigslist and put that shit in the no pay section. Gigs. Probably threw you some free t-shirts and maybe a skirt. So Grand Dragon asked Candy, what does she think about Lisa? And Candy said, well, I like a woman who's got a lot of business about herself. And I gotta agree with Grand Dragon if they're real. We never saw any of that shit come to fruition. This is also interesting because we find out Kim was trying to get Nene on the song. All right, and that's really where the shit ends. I'ma see you soon. So as my mugs say, tell a kin, tell a friend, tell that heifer you hate to head over to the Biffa Emporium for a cute collection of hoodies and mugs. Link below.